hit the live button. Give me the laugh. Oh, I mean, I'm live. I say we live. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's time. Let's do it one time for your mind. Good morning and what's happening, everybody? You know what it is. It's the New Blerd Order. Here to talk about everything nerdy that goes on within the week and before and after. You know what it is. Happy to see y'all. I'm hoping that y'all are enjoying everything that y'all see coming out right now. I didn't mean for this to come up so quickly, but it is what it is. Where we are now. Let's bring some more of these loops back up. Today we are going to discuss a lot of stuff that's going on. Of course, one of which is hello, Mrs. Fury. Did you know this whole ass time the director was harboring his own love interest somewhere in a cabin somewhere we don't even know yet? That's interesting. And it's interesting she could choose any shape, any color, any design, any hairstyle, and this is where she is. Thank you so much for making this happen. And so we will definitely discuss this as well. There's a lot of other things going on in the news right now as well. If you must, let's talk about the fact that they still trying to force this Craven movie down our throat. It's all good. We'll see it. I don't know if we'll like it or not, but we still gonna see it. Oh, we got bad news rumbling in the Star Wars universe. Are they seriously already talking about canceling Acolyte, bruh, after we just got all hyped up about it? Come on, man. Let's talk about that. Also, Omar's favorite Daredevil may be returning to theaters in the Deadpool 3. I get a feeling it's a cameo, but we'll talk about that as well. For those of you all who are disappointed about this upcoming Superman, I am sorry. It's not my fault, but yes, they tried to throw a real quick, great value Superman on us. And for whatever reason, everybody's not taking too kindly to it. I know is in there somewhere. There you are. Yeah. So we'll talk about whether or not we actually are looking forward to what DC's doing with this Superman legacy. If they messed it up, if people are willing to take Diet Henry Cavill, or if they're going to revolt. I don't know. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. So for those of y'all who was hoping for Henry Cavill and Superman again, I don't think it's going to happen. But good news, he's already back in The Witcher, which just released this week. Only 5 episodes, but still good. And just a spoiler for those who didn't know already, just in case you were like, oh man, only 5 episodes. It's just the first half. There are more episodes, so it's not as short as it seems. But it's all good. We will talk about that, as well as the fact that my man in the Secret Invasion has to confront his own blackness. Oh my God. Have you ever been confronted by your own blackness? How do you address that? Couple other things going on, man. Squid Game, for those of y'all who are fans of the capitalist-based game show based out of Korea, doesn't look like they're going to be getting the money they deserve, as the guy who actually created Squid Game somehow is not getting the money I feel he may deserve. So let's talk about whether or not that's fair. I Am a Virgo is out. It's on Amazon Plus. And Amazon Prime. And I'm curious as to whether or not we dig it or not. You know what I'm saying? And of course, last but not least, we have to discuss why is it that the world has such hatred for the only man who can still fly planes and change his diaper, who can make his way to the Holy Grail while picking up his prescription at the same time. Don't nobody got love for Dr. Jones, but it's all good. We'll talk about that in the meantime. I am your boy. It is me, honestly, the real Vince Taylor, reporting live from the Spider-Man cave, and I'm joined along with Omar Holman. We got Nolly in the house. Hey, we got Kai in the house. We got Pippi the Star Child in the house. The homie Yasmin in the house. Hey. And we all here live to talk this blurred stuff, man. Let's go ahead and do it. Tell a friend, get it in, and let's have fun. What time is it?
I love the New Blerd Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass lizard with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean so he always got hoes.
What it do? What it do? You already know, man. It is time to talk about this stuff because there's a lot going on. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitters, and for those of y'all who are watching on the replay as well. Thank y'all so much for pulling up even after the live broadcast happens. Just want to say, man, this is a big deal right now because there's a lot of stuff going on in the blurred sphere. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely want to talk about all of it. But before we get into everything, man, because we got to talk about Secret Invasion. We got to talk about the fact that there's a secret lover that we didn't even know the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And how we feel about that. And also the fact that they are really, I don't know, they really want to start, because watch this campaign, they really want to start pushing this new Superman. Now, I'm not a whole Superman fan. I know Steph, our homegirl, who's coming in a little later, isn't as well. But they still going to try to push this on us. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. And some very exciting stuff that I didn't talk too much about before is the fact that they are now, a lot of folks, finally catching on to the fact that Africa has some content that we should explore. It's not just Wakanda. It's not just Shaka Zulu. There are a whole lot of fiction stories that we can definitely get deep into, and we can do it while using people that live in, born, raised, and come from Africa in order to do so we can spread that wealth. So, having said that, I want to talk about Nick Fury. I want to talk about Secret Invasion. We have to talk about what's going on. But before that, man, I just want to get this out the way. This won't take but a second, all right? So those of y'all that ain't interested in this, don't go nowhere. I just really want to know if I literally am the only one in here who likes Indiana Jones. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. I know he's old as dirt. I know. He's on his way out. This is Indiana Jones and the quest for, for the Medicare Part B. I get it. But I'm just wondering, like, did anybody here ever like Indiana? Did it phase over time, or is it just like, nah, we was never really into that? Like, Ty, I know me and you, we dug it before, but it kind of lost its luxury after the skull one. Is that what happened?
No, I think it was when we got older and realized this was a white man with a whip. I mean, I think that's probably when we stopped liking it. If I'm being honest,
why are you always doing that?
I'm just saying. So you know me. I'm not into the older action heroes and everything like this. And I actually got a chance to see this. I'm probably the only person on here that's actually already seen it. And it's every bit what I thought it would be. I mean, it's
that you're not saying a lot.
I mean, it's not much to say. It's literally what you would think it would be. I mean, it's the first. I'll give this away because I think it's not really that big of a deal. But the first 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes of the movie is an AI version of Harrison Ford. So you get like him aged back. You know what I'm saying? So the face, the same thing they did with Luke on The Mandalorian and Samuel. This might be a new theme. Whenever you're dealing with someone over the age of 70, 75, whatever those ages range from. But yeah, this is the Dial of Destiny. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But again, it does star a white man who carries a whip around with him.
This is true. This is true. Which is a fetish to some. Omar, you ever watch Indiana Jones? Damn, y'all caught that. That was supposed to sneak through. Nothing gets past Tiffy, yo. She's like, with the Velma Jinkies, like, ain't no clues finna get past this one. But yeah, Omar, yo, you ever seen Indiana, man? Did you ever have that lust, that love, that adventurous? Talk to me.
Using all the words. To me, it was. I remember Indiana Jones, like, that's VHS tape shit right there, and my dad having the having the the VHS tapes and everything like that. No, that's classic. The problem is, you came back with Shia LaBeouf, dog. You tried to make Shia LaBeouf. You tried to hand out the torch. That shit didn't work out. it was bad. Everything is good until shit gets real bad. And I didn't even see Crystal Skull. I've seen like clips of it, but like that shit got real bad. And that was like, we had a great track record. We could have hung it up there. You didn't, and you tried to do the whole baton pass thing. Maybe give him the, we can keep the series going this way. That was the faltering part. And now, like, all right, well, now we got to come back after the mess up, which isn't always good. And I'm not that. We've had this discussion before. I'm not mad at like an aged actor coming back for a role, but it has to be done in a way that makes sense as well. Like I always think of like Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. Where I'm like, okay, he's older now, and my man's doing hand-to-hand training, and like but the way it's done is so cold. Like, yeah, I'm fighting smarter and not harder this time, or like this time around. Like seeing that character. So I'm like, I'm a fan of that shit. Like, oh shit, like the old man, like old boy back. You know what I'm saying? Though that's always a good thing. But like, oh, we got my fedora on. I'm going on an adventure like it's back in the day, fucking 1920 punching Nazis and shit like that. Like, and then when you have to add AI into it as well, like that's just, I'm like, these are things that are just taken away. If this is a way it can be done naturally, maybe Indiana Jones becomes the man in the chair, you know what I'm saying, to someone else, things that can be done naturally instead of like, oh, we live in this fantasy world where, no, he's still fine. He's still running through Temple Run doing this shit. Like, it ain't like that no more, Indy. You got Bengay on the back of your knees and the front of your knees now, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a way to do it where it's a natural way of like, oh, this is an older character now and more seasoned now, and this is what he's dealing with, then it's more fun as opposed to like, nah, you put that fedora back on, crack that whip, you better swing that motherfucker from some fucking chandeliers or something. Let's just get back in. Like, dog, it's 2023. It ain't 1945 no more. I mean, like, so that's my whole thing with it. It's like, you got to make it easy to watch and palatable for folks. With realism, the suspension of disbelief can only be suspended for so long.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is a little weird when you know that, your hero gets senior benefits at Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. Ladies, if any of y'all ever kind of frolicked into the realm of Indiana Jones, or y'all kind of, I don't really, if I'm being honest, I don't really know many people outside of myself that are into Indiana Jones. So any of the three of you ladies happen to ever be into it, or has it always been kind of like, not really for me?
Yeah, my one thing I'll credit my dad for is he definitely took his time and made sure that we watched all the classics, like whether it was old Kung Fu movies or if it was Goonies and stuff like that. So Indiana Jones was on the roster. So I definitely grew up with it. I also agree that, is 2023. And as I approach the ripe old age of not so old 35, I can't imagine this 70 7, give or take 10 years, old man gliding across things and frolicking through the forest. He needs to find himself a nice little home. All right. And Gertrude as a neighbor that he visits on occasion.
Wow, not Gertrude. Damn.
It's time to hang it up.
Well, listen, we're in the midst of some royalty right now. Allow me to reintroduce the homie, the only, the legal expert.
Is it my wife?
The ever loving and oh so factual, the blackest of the blackest of the black when it comes to facts. It is Steffi.
From the car.
What's up? The return of Queen One up in the mobile, set in the parking lot. Oh man, what's happening, Steph?
Oh, it's been a day. And it's
already? Goddamn.
It's like 10:30 in the morning already.
Yeah.
No. I woke up and had a message that I had to do a thing. I had to make a run. I was like, but I'm coming back to the podcast today. It's fine. I'm going to just do both. I'm going to just make this run. I'm going to do it from my car, and then I'll go home after. And I'm making it work. But I'm here. I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited to see all your beautiful black faces and just be in the conversation. So, yay.
Miss you.
We missed the fuck out of you. Like, it's been really hard to kind of not see you when we pop up here and do our thing, but we're happy as hell that you have returned for however long you're able to join us for, and really looking forward to getting some of your opinions that only Steph can give, right? Yes, like there's some shit that only Steph, like even like, sometimes you gotta hear it not only as Steph, but from Steph, right?
I was talking about y'all last night. I got in a long conversation about Batman. Why do black men love Batman so much? I'm back on Hinge, and everybody wants to talk about Batman, and I'm like, so do you want to get unmatched? Is that what this is?
Not the unmatched already. Goddamn. Well, first of all, don't blanket statement us like that.
Yeah, I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not on that team. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate him as much as you do. But I don't hate. I mean, I don't have Batman on my wall. I mean, you've seen the wall. That ain't nothing like that. But either way, happy to have you back and happy to be discussed as well. And I'm hoping you may have caught an episode of Secret Invasion, not because there are some questions that I have for y'all. Some of which pertain to some of the stuff we talk about. Like we just went in on Indiana Jones for being so old, for using CGI, for all these things that he shouldn't be doing. But now let's talk about Secret Invasion, where there's an old man who's using CGI, who's doing things that can't be like. There's some similarities here, much different though, because we already know black don't crack. We get down like that. But there's some significant stuff going on in the world of Secret Invasion. So I think a few of us have seen it. I'm not going to ask who saw it and what you thought about the episode. However, I would like to just go over some of the things now. Yaz, did you see? Have you? Tell me, Yaz. Tell me. No, okay, never mind. All right.
I saw it this morning. Calm down.
Oh, okay. I only asked because I love how you break down the episodes and like tell us everything that goes on. Like you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like the reporter.
I'm gonna opt out this weekend only because I've been up since 4 a.m. So I'm not pumping in my like normal Yaz juices right now. Like I'm cog rolling like on one wheel. So, but I will say that it was very interesting, and I don't remember it like take by take like I normally do just right now.
Oh, okay.
Just because like my wheels are not, all like I got the energy drink. I'm trying to get it in the system.
What the can you hold that back up to the camera?
My drink.
What the hell kind of you make your own energy drinks?
Yeah, it's Celsius in a pack.
Oh, okay. All right. My energy drinks normally come with bubbles, so it was interesting to see that. Did you hold your hand up, Ty? Was you saying something?
I did. I just wanted to say this episode is pretty easy to break down. I mean,
okay. Well, go ahead, man. Break it down for us right quick.
I mean, no. I'm not gonna break it down, but I'm just gonna say that it's pretty easy because it just consisted of maybe three scenes of him sitting down, which I applaud the directors for hearing my call to rest my friend. He was lounging. Look, and by the way, shout out to whoever had him dressed. My man was dressed. He was looking good. But I'm glad to see even those shoes look hella comfortable. So I'm just happy to see him being able to rest. It was really funny as soon as the episode started to see them dial back his age. I was like, wow, okay, all right. So we didn't feel like doing that first. Cool. But this episode was definitely way better than the last episode. There was a lot going on. We basically found out some of the key players who are Skrulls and where they're positioned throughout the whole entire world. And we now understand that there are way more Skrulls than Nick Fury had any idea of. 1 million to be exact, if you want to say that. And then we also see the what is his name? The villain. Gravik. I'm actually liking Gravik now. I am liking Gravik.
I feel like it look like that.
Because he got a mega mind.
Hey, come on! I know it look like Megamind. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come in and check. But anyway, go ahead.
Hey, but Gravik's smooth. Gravik's a smooth brother. And at the same time, you gotta respect what he's fighting for. He's fighting for his people to have a home. And is
that what he's doing?
I was just about to say
yeah. Because what you see is that Gravik came in with the original crew. Gravik was the little boy in the room with Nick Fury when he had everybody make this pledge. Yes. And the pledge was contingent on you do these things that I ask of you, right. And me and Carol Danvers are going to find you guys a planet. Now, again, this kid was a little boy in this situation. We're seeing Gravik, who now looks like he's probably in his mid to late 30s. So we know a lot of time has passed. And he may be older than that, but I'm giving him the mid to late 30s. But, go ahead.
I mean, we kind of know how much time it was in 1995 that they did the flashback
97.
to 90. Was it 97? Okay, all right. Excuse me. All right, my apologies. And now I think it's current day, so that's, I believe, what's that, 26 years, something like that. So it's about older than that. So go ahead, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, no. But that just, you made the point that it's been a long time, and I guess at some point, a person is like, all right, I keep doing all of this shit, and you keep telling me I got you. I'm over that. Like I'm over that. Like we got all our people here. We're living. You see the conditions in which they live in. Yeah. So it's not like they're over here like having a whole house, having communities.
Well, hold on. What conditions are you talking about, bro? Because as far as I know, I mean, they morph into humans and they live like humans. So what conditions are they living?
Well,
go
ahead.
I'm saying the first episode, it showed them like pretty much underground. Like they had a whole town, a whole ecosystem basically underground, and they were living like that. So that way they would be safe from, just human activity and being caught and not like being, basically locked up, and like,
right,
as an alien. So basically that's how this whole thing started, is like Gravik, he lets all these people in, but only some of them are allowed to be humans, and they have to stay humans, and that's how they like save their identity, like so they can leave and come back and forth, so they can protect all of them. So I mean, it's a catch-22, to be honest with you. Like with Gravik, I feel like there's good in his motive, but also like he's to a point where he's like, fuck this, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my planet, I'm taking over type shit. So I don't know. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of controversy in like, what he's trying to do, for his people, and his goal ultimately in the end, what he wants.
Omar, I take a little issue with what Ty's saying, because Ty's making it sound like they're fighting for their freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And from my standpoint, it doesn't feel like they're fighting for their freedom. It feels like they're fighting for domination. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they don't want just to be, a cohesive unit and live amongst the, Optimus Prime style amongst the humans.
Yeah.
They think that Earth belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here now. Fuck this other human bullshit. Y'all was gonna kill each other anyway. We're just making it easier for y'all and helping y'all in the process. Am I wrong?
I'm with you. It's twofold, right? Because like we had a contract. And the extension of that contract was we was gonna find us some shit, and we've been out here. I mean, in a sense, it's you signed us up for this spy and espionage shit, this military shit. Cool. We've been doing this shit for nearly 20, 30 years now. Ain't no change. Skulls live a lot longer and shit. Cool. You keep telling us to be patient. Cool. I'm done being patient. I'm running all this shit. You were gone, and you abandoned the mission. Fuck that. We taking all this shit. So it's like, well, who's wrong there? Is it wrong for them to now like? It's like, oh, we wanted a home. Now you ain't gave us a home, so we taking this shit over as our home. Is that wrong, or is Nick Fury wrong for having promised them and broke that promise? Did something happen with Nick? We don't know why he did that. And also, like, Nick abandoned them as well. So it's like, am I wrong for them trying to take some shit into my own hands in order to do things? Like, I don't want to live as some of them could just live as humans and shit like that. Others, like, we want our home, which is what Gravik did. Like, oh, I'm providing a place. This will be a space before we spread out as our home. We have our own food and shit here, back from our Skrull life and all that shit. I'm sure there's some other Skrulls around the world like, fuck it, man. I'm a Asian dude from fucking Cincinnati, whatever. Whatever, fuck it, I'm here now, like whatever. So it's all a matter of that. Like, well, you go assimilation. It's assimilation. That's what I was looking for. Assimilation. Are you going to stay assimilating, or are you going to break free? Which is your choice? And now, I mean, assimilation is also, it's like you're in the right till you start going in the wrong, and assimilation is now turning into colonization in a sense.
Steffi.
I have a slightly different perspective. Please. I feel like alien overlords are exactly what this country needs right now.
Come on!
I'm dead ass because I'm being oppressed for being Black, for being a woman. We have this bitch ass conservative Supreme Court, and most of the country does not care. We need alien overlords to come oppress us all for being human, because that's the only thing that's going to make conservative white people rise up and fight for equality. Somebody needs to come oppress everyone.
Oppress everyone.
How we fix this country. That is what this nation needs.
Steph and I had a whole unhinged conversation about it the other day.
Oh,
I was like, I need to say something unhinged. Remember when politicians got assassinated for less? It needs to be a proper country.
That's so messed up. No, it's so funny though.
So what do y'all talk about? Like, so Nolly, you think, and you and Steph collectively believe that what the world needs now is an alien overhaul?
What the world needs now. War, sweet war. What y'all wearing to the next Revolutionary War? What y'all wearing? Because we got to show up and show out.
I'm so ready. So I really loved the tribe growing up, and it was like every little faction of the teenagers had their own little fashion that was very distinctive. But I also really like the cyberpunk, like that type of aesthetic, and that's what I'm really feeling. So I think I would go back to wearing like hella crystals on my face to still identify myself as just a sparkly creature as the world is ending. But that's the vibe I'm feeling. What are y'all gonna wear?
What? I don't know if I got my outfit picked out for the
I don't know if I have that one picked out. Look at her face. She's like,
how are you not ready for the revolution?
I never thought about that. Like, what would I wear to the opening day at Revolution when it debuts?
Same thing with Zombie Apocalypse. Like,
you got to check me out.
That stop being me.
All right. Well, look. Look.
It'll be me and Nolly doing our makeup. Wait, stop.
Hold on.
Did anyone barricade the door? That's a skit idea. Omar, write it down.
Okay, wait, but include me in that because I want in.
Wait, I gotta be. I can just hear now. I gotta be a hot zombie if they're gonna take me.
Period.
I'm going
down a bad day. That's it.
But just to kind of Steph, I think are you muted, Steph?
Oh yes, I was. Thank you. Can we please each
say.
post what we're wearing to the revolution? Like, can that be a thing at some point on Instagram? I have a black tulle skirt that is very cute with some like leathery leggings underneath. I want to do a bra, but I don't know that I want that much of my chest exposed. So maybe like a mesh shirt over it. Like, it's got to be cute but functional and effective.
Or
And
like a nice metal piece too over that for protection. Like you could have.
Yeah.
We could get you some some chains for accessorizing. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Are we still talking about the Revolutionary War where humans die?
Sometimes, Vince. Like,
being prepared comes in many different looks, bro. Okay.
Exactly. At this point in history, we should know Black people don't take nothing serious. We cope with trauma with jokey jokes so we could copey cope.
Jokey jokes.
We're gonna make a little jokey joke. It's gonna be a Twitter hashtag, everything until the internet cut off.
And then shit gets real. Shit gets real.
But we gonna look cute though.
Are the fellas? Are we dressing up too? Are we kind of like getting ready for?
I said you're the one that always dresses up.
Listen. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm going butt naked. And that's and listen. I'm telling you why. I want everybody to know I'm not a threat. Don't shoot me. Listen. Don't shoot me. I listen. I don't have a gun.
Put them inside out. That's all.
I don't have a gun. Listen, I'm walking. I want the aliens to know that I come in peace. I come in peace.
Sweat off his glasses.
I come in peace. I'm not trying to.
You come in D.
Well, look. Hey, listen. Listen. I'm not saying I will not acclimate to the scroll kind. I will definitely. If there's a transition to scroll, I'm joining them. I'm joining the team, the home team. I'm immediately switching sides. I'm letting all y'all know right now. I'm immediately, as soon as they be like,
when you enter Elvis and hijack, you just join in the bad.
Listen. The funny thing is, they don't even have to ask. I'll be there. I'll be like, I'll be pulling up.
Balls out.
I'm pulling up because listen, what we get on to the terrorist dude, but if you think about it, Nick said the same shit. Nick said we as human beings can't coexist here.
Yes, he did.
Y'all can't. There's no way y'all can live here. When somebody tells you that after you also told us you was gonna find us a planet 20 some odd years ago, actually longer for Talos because he was around longer. Yeah. So you've been telling Talos and his wife and his kid all of this shit for years, and then you tell Talos at this moment, yo, hey, y'all can't stay here.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you act like planets are listed on MLS. Like it's not a real estate venture. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know what the aliens do.
There's a fuck ton in the galaxy, dude. Like we're a small little solar system in the galaxy is all I'm saying. And Carol Danvers can go
anywhere. Have the access to probably find a place.
Yeah, for sure. But on that note, just think about it too. Like Nick Fury set them up basically to like just watch their asses and just like the humans, like they've literally been interrogating and watching the human. This is their job. They turned it into a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So like they learned all of our habits and then they are using it against us. You gotta admit that's some serious.
That's true.
But they was doing that before. They was doing that before the secret.
But
before
now they're doing it better because now we're thinking it's us attacking each other. You see what I'm saying? Like everyone thought Nick Fury and fucking what her face is blew up Moscow. He was just there trying to stop that shit. They tried to pin that shit on him. They're like, oh well, look, Nick Fury's here. What you want to do? That's why they had to fire Nick Fury. So I'm just
glad
saying,
you mentioned that.
We literally set them up to literally betray us and do it in the most ethical ways possible, and we don't even know who was who.
I'd argue with that because I'd say even if folks that were under Nick Fury and Agent of S.H.I.E.L.'s care did agree to do so, I'm almost certain that they did not round up every single scroll on the whole entire face of the earth, and that those others that were not rounded up could potentially do their own harm. But I digress, and we can move forward from Tide coming out completely naked and claiming that that's not threatening. Like, if there's anything threatening, is a black man running up to war completely ass naked. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not running. Running seems like you're going. Running may be perceived as a threat. I'm walking very gingerly.
Oh, it's a block.
Wait, I want to see the walk.
I want to see the walk.
It's
I'm just walking very gingerly.
I want to see the walk. I want to see because the walk.
What's the walk? What's the walk like? How's the walk?
I didn't
How
see
you
the
walk?
walk.
How you doing?
Show me the hands on the walk.
Show the walk.
Gingerly, the hands got to be gingerly. Yeah. Hey guys,
I'm sure this is not a song.
With the grin. Everything just how it was.
I cannot.
I don't want nobody. Listen.
Yeah. If I'm going over to the other side, my walk's like, guys, they're wilding over there. Guys. Bro, you want to leave what's going on over there? Like, you got
that is very me coded. That is 100% me. Like, y'all cannot believe what they were saying about you. Let me tell you what I done heard, girl.
Oh my God.
I don't care the situation. I don't care the world. I don't care the time period. I am surviving. I'm switching to that. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna survive.
Show the walk. Show the walk with the hands. Show the hands.
You would not believe. Hi, I'm Tiffany. Hi. Okay, so it's not creepy.
I'm done. All right, no. Tiffany showed us her walk. Let's see yours.
Oh my God. Who? Ty's walk?
I want to see Ty's walk, and the chat does too. Let's get it.
Let's see the walk.
Let's see it again. Move the chair. Get up.
No, because then we got a different angle.
Because look, you're gonna see more than the walk. If
you're clothed. That's okay.
I don't need him to reenact that scene from Kids where old boy was out the pool and he was.
Vince, do your walk.
Do your walk, Vince.
Oh, man. All right. My walk. It'd be a little bit more like I'm here, guys. What's up? Make it happen.
Hey,
Hey guys,
Like, I have some great ideas for us. So I have an idea for the future. Here's my plan. Here's what I want us to do.
I'm ready.
Yo.
I got a PlayStation controller just in case we need to go underwater. I'm here. I'm here.
I'm gonna start organizing Omar. Tasha's gonna start making lists, and she's like, "Man, this operation's really bad. We're not being very efficient here. This is what we need to do." That's exactly what Tasha.
Yo, and we want Tasha there. Tasha's got to play the theme music for all of us as we walk. Like we each get like a theme. I'm ready. Oh, we lost Steph for a little bit. Hopefully she pops back up. But you see why Steph is so valuable. Like she's like can't nobody get into it. But anyway,
let me tell you what we need. We need a
I want to know what
overlords.
I want to know what Yaz and Nolly's walks would be as well.